Hey guys, I'm gonna show y'all how to fix the Smok Nord if your middle pin stuck. Okay, you watch a lot of videos and people don't really show you how to fix it for real, but today I'm gonna show you how to fix it for real, cause I'm pretty sure this video is gonna help you. Okay, so what I did, I just spent a lot of time trying to fix this one. I already have a new one, but this was my other new. Okay, this was actually my first one. My Well, I had more Smog Nords, but this was one of my first ones, like the last good one, and then I had to end up buying this one. Then this one started working again, cause this one stopped. The problem is the middle pin stuck, but today I'm gonna show you how to fix that. Okay, to fix the middle pin, it took me a while to understand how to do it, but this is what I ended up doing. Okay, if you're in a bind and your middle pin stuck, I already did it, so I'm just showing you after I did it. But okay, what happened was my middle pin came out. Like, I kept pulling it up, cause you're probably in a situation where you're opening up your vape. I'm just using my good vape for demonstration. You're probably in a situation where you're opening up your vape, and then you're like, oh my gosh, the middle pin keeps getting stuck. So you take a tweezer and you pull it up. But then that's aggravating because every time you go to do that, you're like, I can't even enjoy my vape because every time I try to hit it, it don't want to hit. Well, what you need to do is this. It took me a while to figure it out, but I did it. Okay. And I made mistakes along the way, but I'm going to show you how I would have done it if I could do it again. Okay, this is the vape that the middle pin was stuck. But I kept pulling it with the tweezer like this. Pulling it. And as you can see here, my middle pin came out. Because I pulled it, and it came out. And so what I ended up doing, I didn't give up on it. I kept going. And okay, this is what you need to do. You need to put thread tape, take out the gasket, like the little black rubber. You're gonna take it out. I'm gonna show you on my vape because, oh no, here's the rubber. Okay, this is the rubber that was in there, but I took it out. Okay, that's the reason I did that, was so that I can get to the connection, because all you need is to get to the connection. You need to be able to make sure that the coil right here is touching right there. Okay, now for the middle pin, there's two things you can do. I seen a video, there's a guy, he takes this, like, say if your thing didn't fall out, you can pull up your middle pin. You can pull up your middle pin. Then what he did was he wedged it. He took this. Let me move this. He took this and he wedged it. Like, squeezed it real tight, the middle pin, to where it wouldn't go back in the hole. That's one method if you don't want to take out the middle pin. But I'm going to show you a method that if you pull out the middle pin all the way, you can just replace it. And that's what I ended up doing, because mine came out on accident trying to pull it up. So what I did was, I don't know if you can see, if you look right here at this where the screws are, they have 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I took out this screw right here, and then, because my middle pin fell out, so I just used the screw from right here as the middle pin. Then I took thread tape and filled in where the screw was, so juice won't leak into the battery and kill your vape. I put thread tape because thread tape is to stop leaks. So I put thread tape into the corner where the screw used to be, and I ended up using just that screw to replace my middle pin. And I packed it in there with this, which is like, it's just kind of like a broken little skinny screwdriver, but the tip is broke off. So I just packed it in there right here. I packed in the thread tape, and also what I had did before is I put cotton thinking that would stop the leak, but I removed the gasket, then I removed this gasket, then I put cotton on the inside of where the gasket used to be. The reason I did that is so that the pins could protrude up. I want the pins to stay up as much as possible, and I feel like the gasket was like making the pins seem low. So that's why I removed the gasket. But also, I wouldn't do, like, if I could fix it over again, don't do cotton, because super glue and cotton don't mix. What you're gonna do actually is you're gonna remove the gasket, you're gonna fill it in with thread tape. The reason I say that is so that you can get the vape to where you don't have a gasket interrupting your connection. And also, what I did with the pod is I took the pod. I dropped the vape. I took the pod and I sanded the sides, because in comparison to my normal pod on my vape that's good, you can see that it still has that little piece. But on the new pod, on the pod that I made for the vape that I fixed, I sanded right here. The reason I did that was so that this piece, the bottom of the coil, wouldn't have anything stopping it from touching those connections. And also, that's why I removed the gasket. I want this to connect, because if it doesn't connect, then that would also be a problem. You just want it to connect, because if you want to if you want to hit your vape, you need the bottom of the coil to connect to these 3 pins. And if your middle pin's getting stuck, just either wedge it, squeeze the middle pin tight like I showed you, and if your middle pin came out like mine did, then take the screw off of one of the corner pieces, fill back in that corner piece with thread tape, and take off the gasket, fill that in with thread tape. You're gonna have to take apart the vape to do this, but I already did that. And you can watch a video on that, it's not hard. And just take a little screwdriver like this, and you're gonna after you take that screw off, if your pin fell out, you're gonna just take that off, and you're gonna screw that right in, and it's gonna fit. And then after that, you're just gonna fill in this where the gasket used to be with thread tape. And then when that's all done, you're gonna super glue over the thread tape on the corner screw, and then on the inside. But you're gonna, all around the gasket, you're gonna super glue all around, but you're gonna super glue all around these connections, but you don't want to super glue on the connection, only around. The reason I say this is so that no more juice will go through, because like I said, thread tape stops leaks, and it's not bad to use with super glue. So you want to use thread tape and super glue, remove the gasket, and use this screw. If you can pull out your middle pin and replace it with this screw, you should be good. And it's good. And also, if you could get a piece of sandpaper and just kind of shave down, you could shave down them little side pieces. I already done it, but you're gonna shave down the little sides so that nothing is interrupting you from connecting your pod to your vape. If your middle pin's bad, you could try to pull it, replace it with one of these screws, and it'll work. And remove the gasket, and if you want to still use the gasket, I guess just cut a hole or whatever. I damaged my gasket, that's why I didn't. But I hope this helps somebody. And like I said, thread tape and super glue. Do not use cotton and super glue, because cotton, if I could do it over again, I wouldn't have used cotton, because that gets hot with super glue. Only use thread tape to stop the leak, and remove the gasket so that you could dip this low. This coil is gonna touch no matter what, and you're gonna check to make sure that the thing the middle pin, which is now a screw, is gonna touch these three connections. It's simple. Now it's gonna work because look, it's like nothing stopping it. And also future wise, and when you done putting the thread tape in the middle, you put super glue all around. But whenever you take this, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but it's cool because if you feel like, oh, the middle pin's too high or the middle pin's too low, well, the middle pin is now a screw. And you could probably do this with any of the pins. You could take out these, like I would take out, like, see, if I had to fix another pin, I would take out this one in the corner so I could at least have two corner screws, and then I would replace the pin and pull it out and put one of the screws in. Like, dude, this is a method I was surprised when I thought about it, but I hope this really helps somebody. Just replace the middle pin with one of the corner screws, and dude, you're gonna be good. And also, just make it where nothing's stopping you from connecting. This is how you fix the middle pin. This is how you really do it. Don't listen to nobody else. Just do what I did and you'll be good. Okay, that's enough. I hope this video helps somebody. Like I said, put thread tape back in the hole, super glue all around when you're done. If you remove the gasket and you put thread tape inside, that way you could that way your pins are coming up more and have more space rather than being like this. They're coming up that much, and that's a lot better because you know you're going to be able to connect. And this is good too because you know you're going to be able to connect. Nothing will hinder you from connecting and being able to hit your vape. I hope that this helps somebody, and this is how I fixed my Smok. Thank you.